Looking confident or not? Because this time you're under pressure, anti-incumbency, 5 years of rule, no longer with the BJP. Is Conrad Sangma as confident as he was 5 years ago?
In fact, in the last election also, we never were with the BJP.
Yes.
We have fought no election, in fact, ever with any political party pre-poll alliance. So it's always been on our own. And the reason we do that is because we feel that we should go to the people with our own ideology and with what the party believes in. So therefore, we've never gone. That's number one. Number two, I think in the last 5 years, we've seen that we have a lot of work has happened at the grassroots level. And in fact, the kind of changes that have taken place at the grassroots level, be it in the road sector, be it in the water supply sector, be it in the health sector, education sector, we have seen a lot of things that have happened. Even important political issues like the border issue have been taken up. So there's a lot of positive, vibe among the people, and I strongly feel that people will vote for these changes and the positive changes that have taken place.
Interestingly, you're talking of a positive atmosphere because the BJP, its leadership, Amit Shah, comes to Meghalaya and says this has been the most corrupt and inefficient government in the history of the state. I mean, this is your ally for 5 years who's accusing you directly of being involved in several scams. I mean, how do you, make sense of that for us?
Well, elections, a lot of people will say a lot of things, and in fact, this is how things are. This is electioneering.
No, it's more than that. I mean, to come and make those direct accusations and specific scams being pointed out, land scams, power scams, rice scams, coal mining scams. I mean, as I said, your own ally, one-time ally, is saying that Conrad Sangma ran a very corrupt government.
In all of these allegations that have been made against us, the government has very, very promptly put up all kind of inquiries by judiciary people, by retired judges, independent inquiries. And in none of these allegations that have been made against us has any strong evidence been found in any case. So all of these that have been mentioned, the word that people use of scam, that needs to be proven. So these are all allegations. Regarding, as I said, BJP coming...
Serious allegations.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can make serious allegations. We can make many allegations. Any allegations can be made against anybody. But as I said, you have to prove things. So in the last 5 years, in fact, almost all the allegations that have been made, there's not been any kind of proof that these things have happened. Allegations have been made, and this is normal against any government. BJP making this, as I said, this is election time, so maybe they have their own, agenda, and they're giving us, they're making these allegations against us.
But Conrad Sangma makes sense of this for us. You say that you have never gone into pre-poll alliances, but you are part of NEDA, the Northeast Democratic Alliance, headed by the BJP. You're a supporter of the BJP at the center. You formed a government with them, the Meghalaya Democratic Alliance, and now you all are at war with each other just before the elections. I mean, why should the voter take you all seriously? It almost seems either the BJP has used you to grow, or you used the BJP to become the chief minister 5 years ago.
See, fighting elections and forming governments are two different things. When we fight elections, we go with our ideology to the people. And the people vote for us based on what the ideology is that we have. And based on that, if there's a government that comes up, which has a full mandate and doesn't require, any kind of coalition to come up, then that's a different story. But in Meghalaya, we have seen that there's always been a coalition government. The last time when we fought on our own, we did not get sufficient numbers. And then, obviously, political parties have to come together to think what is to be done next, because ultimately we have to form a government.
Yeah, but it's opportunism. People defect from one side to the other. I mean, Meghalaya has acquired a reputation like many small states where there is no ideology. The only ideology is power. Conrad Sangma tomorrow may tie up with the same BJP which has accused him before the elections of being a completely corrupt government.
So there are two things on this. Number one, when the elections results have come out, in the last many, many years, almost 45 years, there's never been a government or never been a full mandate given to any government.
Except 1972.
Except 1972, exactly. So in a situation like that, I think it's very clear that the political leadership and the parties have to come together and find a way so that a government can be formed, because the state has to be governed. And therefore, there is nothing wrong in sitting down together and after elections realizing that there is no other option but to form the government, or we'll just have president's rule then.
So you're happy to tie up with the same BJP to do business with the BJP after the election, or would you prefer to look at other options?
That's what I'm saying. When the situation comes, as the numbers come out, hopefully we are hopeful that we will get a better mandate this time. But depending on the numbers and the results that come out, we will decide on how to move
Who's your
forward.
first option?
We'll decide when the time comes.
You know, the charge against your government or against you is that you have been remote controlled by the BJP, that you are dependent on Amit Shah and the BJP in Delhi, Narendra Modi, and in Northeast on Hemanta Biswa Sarma. He dictates terms to Conrad Sangma. Conrad Sangma does what Hemanta Biswa Sarma will tell him.
See, we work together as a team. And when there are situations which we have to figure out a way to find solutions to, whether it's a border issue, whether it's CAA, whether it's a law and order situation in the Northeast, whether it's important issues concerning Northeast, we have to obviously work together. We have to work together with leaders of the Northeast. We have to work together with central leadership. That is natural. I think if somebody concludes by saying that we are remote controlled by that, then that's overstepping a bit too much. The reason why we do this is because we have to work as a team, as I said. Number two, there have been many instances where we have not agreed on many situations, and obviously we have had difficult situations, and we had to move forward in very complicated situations with the BJP, where we don't agree with the BJP leadership in many situations. So you can take example of even the CAA. There was a point when the CAA came out, and we were the first to raise voice against it. And based on that concern, the government and all called all the different leaders from different parts of the Northeast and sat down across the board and figured out how we can move forward. So there have been many situations where we have not agreed on many terms.
Again, Meghalaya is a unique culture. So what's your favorite song? When you're sitting by in the tension of an election campaign, what's the song?
So many songs.
Okay, favorite one.
जब कोई बात
बिगड़ जाए,
जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवास. Thank you.
Is that the song you're going to sing to Amit Shah or to Hemanta Biswa Sarma? Tum dena saath mera. Whose saath are you asking for in this election?
Obviously, this is not an election song. This is just a song.
No, but whose saath?
which
You see, the question
individuals
everybody in Meghalaya wants to know, post-elections, who's your first preference? TMC, BJP, Congress, UDP. Who's your first preference?
ऐसा है, all of these things will happen as we move along. When the results come out, things will be clearer. So I think it's not fair right now to
अरे
jump
किसका
into-
साथ दोगे बॉस?
तो देखेंगे जब टाइम आएगा. क्यों इतने जल्दी में हो? आराम से करते हैं. Let the elections go, and hopefully elections will be going well and better than before, and then we'll see how to move things forward.